All right. So this is going to be a recording of our last team module for the week so that we're fully caught up for next week. Let me share the screen. We're going to go into team modules here. And I'm doing this just for the convenience of all of us. Like, that way we can get on the same page, but in our own time, and show up to next week's meeting on Tuesday, just, fully prepared and with all this stuff completed. So PBIS for ELT models. Let me go into the lessons. Okay, so creating a team vision done, strengths and opportunities. There was a paper with strengths and opportunities that should have been turned in. If that's not turned in, let me know. If you need help, let me know. The matrix team module, there should have been a paper turned in with that, which was the matrix quiz. So if you haven't turned that in, please turn it in. If you don't know how to do it, hit me up. And now we need to get desired outcomes done. And this is supposed to be our team thing where we would usually, have a Zoom meeting, but due to just all the chaos, this is how we're doing it so that we can all get on the same page. So I'm going to start the recording now, and I'm doing this so you guys have the convenience of fast forwarding, going through it, and we're all knowing what's going on before Tuesday. So let's get started.
Hello everyone, welcome back to PBIS and Expanded Learning. This is Module 4, Establishing Desired Outcomes. This is a team module and there will be staff activities. In the last module, we defined our assets, strengths, and challenges. We completed a document that we will use later to create our goals. In this module, we add another piece of the pie by establishing our desired outcomes for both students and staff. So what are desired outcomes? Too many times we go straight from creating a goal to implementing our action plan, jumping right into the work. Taking some time to clearly define your desired outcome will greatly enhance your chances of success. What does a successful program look like to you? Well, let's do another staff activity and let's see if we can find out. So what do you want to see as a result of your program? What are the different outcomes you expect as a return on the work you, your team, and the students have done towards creating a positive school climate? Do you want staff who are more inclined to ask for help? Or maybe you want staff who show up on time every day with a smile and ready to go. Maybe you want to see your students spend more time on tasks. Whatever that is, you need to take some time to think about it. Running a program without any idea of your desired outcome or goal leads to a lot of meandering and a lack of focus. So let's start the staff activity and develop some desired outcomes. Step 1. Each staff member will write out their desired outcomes on Post-it notes. What do they want to see for staff and for students? What does success look like? This should take about 3 to 4 minutes. Step 2. When staff are finished, allow them to brainstorm and create a master list of outcomes. 3 to 4 minutes. Just put together a big list of all the different outcomes that they've created individually. Step 3. Decide as a group on which of the outcomes you would like to adopt for your program and add them to the handout. When you are finished, go to the next page.
All right. So as a team, if we were having a Zoom meeting right now, this is the part where I would be asking you guys to do this. So this is the part where you would get out some paper and write down what your desired outcome is. Okay, now I've done this in trainings. I think Ms. Lupe has done it too, where we write either issues on Post-its and we put them up on a wall that we want to address at our school, or things that are highlights and things we want to continue to do at our school at various meetings we've done. It's a tool that's really helpful. So everybody just puts all their ideas in one spot. So what do you want to see for staff and students? What's your vision of that? Because I mean, it really affects the way that you're going to interact. The more that this is more about buying into what we do and feeling like you have like your voice matters in how we move as a team. So what I'm going to do is just say, what do I want to see for staff and students? I'll just say it instead of put it on a post-it, is that what I want to see is obviously a cohesiveness. I want to see how much we can thrive when we are all doing our own part the best that we can. And initiative to make things better. That's what I want to see from staff. Initiative to notice the pockets that we need to develop better and to have, ideas to make those things better. And for students, God, I want them to respond to the structure that we're giving them. I know that a lot of the reason why our students kind of buck a little bit and fight back with our structure that we're still building, but still there's some basic structure that they just don't follow and basic rules that they know that they should follow, especially our older students. And I think a lot of that has to do with high turnover rate, so many changes and staff changes at our school, that a big concern for them is that they don't feel like they need to commit to us individually and follow our rules because they don't think we're going to be around long enough. So what's the point? And they've said that openly. It's been a huge issue that's been addressed by our principal. It's been an issue from the office, from supervisors at the office, that, I mean, their biggest concern is, it's hard. It's just hard for, when we're talking about emotional buy-in, for our students to emotionally buy into us and what we're doing if there's so many ins and outs. And being as it may, that our students are a majority of them, we have the highest foster rate at our school, I think, in the county. I mean, which means, by default, that our after school program has the most foster kids in it. And when you're talking about kids that are going through transitions all the time and can't get even footing, and just not knowing who's going to be around from day to day, that's a big deal. That's a big, big deal, And so we need to figure out a way to where, even if staff is changing all the time, that our structure and our expectations and everything else that we're doing, our reinforcement is so strong with anybody else that comes in or out, whoever stays, long-term, short-term, doesn't matter, that what we build over this time is so strong that it doesn't matter if we have a new person every day. It doesn't matter. That we believe in what we're doing so much, and we're communicating on a level that is strong, that they won't have that to fall back on, because they believe in what we're doing at site. They believe in what we're doing at program. The parents believe in what we're doing at program. So that it doesn't matter who's coming in or out. Rules are rules. It doesn't matter if Jody, Bobby, or Susie staff members come and go on a daily basis, that these are the things that do not change. And so that's probably the most important thing that we need to focus on. That's why it's taken this time to create this and go over it until we all know it inside and out of how we're going to go back, is very important. Let's see, 2. And this is supposed to be, that those were my 2. But I believe in those 2. I don't need to add any more. Decide as a group on which of the outcomes you would like to adopt for your program. Okay, so I would say each of you, if you were to come up with 1 or 2 things for your desired outcome for program, and just send it to me. Just put desired outcome for staff and desired outcome for students. That's it. And just text it to me, okay? Just text it to me, and that'll be your participation for this part. And then we'll address it as a team next Tuesday.
Let's take a moment to look at a video that emphasizes the importance of visualizing the desired outcome. When finished, complete the staff activity. All right. Challenge the staff members to create a vision board utilizing old photos and magazines. They can also create a digital one on their phone, tablet, or computer. It should be their vision of their desired outcomes for their classroom or their vision of the desired outcomes for the school as a whole. Have staff members bring it in and share it with me at the next staff meeting for extra credit. In the contest, equals to 150 points, group leader will share that with the site admin. Okay. Staff will also hang in the classroom and go over it with students. Okay. So for this one, we're going to adapt it a bit. Because this looks like it's a team turn in, I would say that if everybody were to send me 3 photos each for me to cover up on a Word document, and I could just turn it into like a little poster. Actually, let me do 3 to 5 photos each. I mean, five just for extra choices. Send those to me, and then I'll go ahead and put them on a Word document, and I can post that up for us, okay? And that wraps up Module 4, Establishing a Desired Outcome. Please hold on to that desired outcome completed handout. That will be important for clarity as the year develops. This will also be used to assist with the development of your SMART goals in the next team module.
All right. So I think I downloaded the, let me open that up. The desired outcomes right here. I already downloaded it. So I'm just going to share the screen and we'll go over that real quick. Okay. So as we prepare to develop goals for our PBIS program this year, it is important to take a moment to develop a clear idea of the types of behavior you want to see from students and staff. What traits do you think is important or are important for students and staff to develop? Try to articulate clearly and specifically what types of traits or behavior you want to see for your students and staff. Be specific. Don't do generalizations like, we want staff to be responsible. Instead say, we want, staff to be responsible stuff. Instead say, we want staff to show up on time. Same thing with students. Be very specific about behaviors you want to see from them. So this is your assignment that you will upload into your team module. Let's see, is that it? Now, there's so many typos in here. Now, think about the long-term consequence of staff and students for exhibiting these behaviors and performing well in school and life. What are your hopes and dreams for your students' future? So this is the assignment for that, okay? Turn that in and you'll be set for the module, that's it. I think you could go ahead and skip the Post-its part if you're gonna do this or writing it down on a separate sheet of paper. You could just put it right here. So just don't even worry about that part. So just do this paper, and then I want 3 to 5 pictures for a vision board of how you want the classroom to be, okay? And that's it for that. Any questions? Let me know. I need this done by tomorrow, as well as all the other things for us to be on track. Any questions, hit me up. If you need me to do, there's another thing for a video that you could do for extra credit. I think it's called Take Action 5 in Module 5 that I could do with you for the Tell, Show, Do, or you could do with each other. It just takes 2 people to do an example of the Tell, Show, Do for 200 points. So, I mean, we could really use that. So I'm open to anybody who wants to try and get that done. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Here's the,